Hi, everybody. This is Nina Peters again, and hopefully you've watched the first clip, which is to tell you more about what the portal is, why it's so important to us, and hopefully you're on board with that. So now you might be saying, all right, so what is this portal? I'm going to screen share for you to take you to Corp Activities to show you what the actual portal looks like. So if we go over here, you will see we've got travel experiences, we've got the portal story, we've got the vision, the booking process, and then of course your login and registration buttons. I'll take you through all of them in a minute. So if you're keen to go and read more about our story, then you're welcome to go here under the portal story. This is the page that we're on at the moment. And it kind of explains how this portal, CorpActivities, was born. It all started in June 2020, and it's been a long and slow process since then. But where I want to bring your attention to is this last paragraph, where we have mentioned in our previous clip and now again, where the portal is a reward and incentive-based portal. It's aimed towards the South African employees to reach their targets and departmental goals. So we all know that people are working in isolation. Many have not yet returned to work. And then there are some that have, but feel a bit lost and things aren't the way that they used to be. Now is the time for South African corporates to spend that time and energy in rewarding and incentivizing the employees so that productivity can increase, so that ultimately revenue can increase, and so that there's still loyalty and you retain the skill that you want in your company. So feel free to go and have a read through this. But basically, we cover all 9 provinces, and this is how we're going to take you through it now. These are the 9 provinces, all listed here. And then we've subdivided into 5 categories. Somebody mentioned to me yesterday saying, but this will probably only cater for large corporates and large organizations. No, not necessarily. We've made it available to small SMEs too. This means that you can book only accommodation or a restaurant or an activity on its own if that's what you want. Or you can go the route of booking a whole package experience where, of course, this is a lot more handheld at the end of the day. So it really depends on what kind of person you as a corporate might be, or the corporate might be that's looking at this. We've also then selected regions, and I just want to move my photo out of the way to show you. So various regions that is popular in terms of traveling to. So in the Western Cape, it would be the West Coast, Cape Winelands, Overberg, the city of Cape Town, Garden Route, Central Karoo, Oudtshoorn. In KwaZulu-Natal, it would be the Golden Mile, Umhlanga, Drakensberg, the battlefields, Ruby Gorge. So this is not necessarily municipality regions, but it is areas that, being in the travel industry, from past quotes and requests that we've received, that we've seen that this is the popular places to go to. So you would typically decide on a category, a province, a category, and a region closest to where your service is based or your product is based. The vision we've covered, then the booking process. The booking process is basically how to use this portal. And it outlines for the corporate what they need to do. I'm not going to go through that in great detail. You're welcome to look at it. And for the employees, what their role is. So again, what makes this CorpActivities Portal so different is that the corporate will basically register, book the package that they want, pay for it, and then provide that booking code to the employees to log in. That employee will then go in, log in, provide their necessary details so that you can, as the service provider, use that information to make the booking based on the requirements. Remember, it's all about personal attention. It is an incentive and reward based portal. I can't keep saying this enough because this is the difference between a booking.com and an Airbnb. It's not meant for day-to-day use. It's not meant for leisure use. It really is meant for what it's been set out to do, and that is to reward and incentivize South African employees, your staff complement. So we aim and we request from our suppliers to provide a personalized service to that employee. And this will automatically mean when the confirmation or the booking code has been inserted by the employee and they've logged in, the portal will send you the necessary information so that you can start communicating directly to that person in terms of what their requirements are. So suppliers, if you're not aware of the process that we follow, basically the idea would be that you will register or show your intent to become part of this portal. And then we would require that you go through a vetting process. This is where we state what we need from you, and basically you can then indicate what of these you fulfill. It works on a point system and will be judged, if you want to call it that, accordingly on the point system. At the end of the day, your marketing material can then be uploaded by yourself once you've been approved. And this is what it looks like. So if we go, and I just want to reshare the screen. So give me a second. If you go, so yeah, you will go, the first step would be, let me first log out. You will go to the registrations button. And on the registrations button, you will see basically 3 options. There you go. Hopefully you see this right now. The exhibitor registration, the corporate registration, and the employee registration. So this is where you would go and register then. Once you have filled in your details to register, it will bring you to a document where you basically will be required to fill in all the details. Now, for the sake of just an example, I've just used the Zambezi Queen as a rough example at the time, no particular reason. It will basically state your location, your service, who you are. You can put your logo in there, your itinerary, if you have one, or it will just state bed and breakfast, or you will just state a 3-course meal, your services, your pricing options, your social media. And what I really like is that you have 3 financial factors that you can consider here. So not everybody can afford the same price range. This means that you can basically go and put in a silver, gold, and platinum option for that particular product. So for example, bed and breakfast, dinner bed and breakfast with 1 activity, half board with 2 activities, just as a rough example. Because obviously that would vary in terms of what you're comfortable in providing. For restaurants, that could be like a 2-course option. Then it would be a 3-course option. Then it would be, and your first one would actually be an a la carte. So we actually lay out how we suggest that you set this up when we send through that requirements document to you. Furthermore, you'd be able to upload, so this is videos, just to be clear, videos, and this would be the brochures that I'm referring to. So yeah, you can just, again, just ignore the pictures. It's just basically, there you can see it's e-commerce integrated. So your silver option is a lower price, middle option, and then your higher price, which corporates would be able to press and buy now and book and reserve accordingly. All of this information you'd be able to upload yourself as you wish. So then I wanted to go to show you why corporates would be able to book this. Why would they want to come and book on this portal? Again, you can go and read through this whole section. Let me move my picture out of the way. You can go and read through this whole section over here. But in summary, it's because it's a reward and incentive portal. It's dedicated to the South African corporate market only. And the plus the plus side for you as the corporate, as the supplier, I beg your pardon, would be that this is a group booking. So the corporate would have to adhere to minimum numbers. And again, these guidelines are set out to you in the requirements document, and it is also indicated in under the booking process. There you go. So under the tab, the booking process. I'm not going to go there quite yet because I want to finish why corporates would love this. So they will pay for minimum numbers, and then you will treat those employees as individual bookings. So those employees will have a chance to travel within a 3-month period. The corporate will furthermore advise whether they want the employees to share with their colleagues or whether they want them to share with their spouses or their family members. And so the employee will be notified of the relevant costs accordingly. So in the end, the job of the portal is to keep track of how many employees have been booked. You will then take over as a supplier with the nitty-gritty details, and then we will go back to the corporate as the portal with a confirmation voucher in the end to state that these employees have actually traveled and they have actually had the necessary experience that they've booked and paid for. So what's also nice is that, as I've mentioned, there's 5 categories. You can book either just a restaurant or just accommodation or just an activity if you're confident to do it by yourself, or you can go to your respective DMC or PCO to operator and ask them to consider booking via the portal package options. They don't necessarily have to take your package. So if somebody else prefers XYZ company's package in terms of the corporate and not yours, you will still also receive a commission from this. Again, this is to follow in a later clip. Right now, we're just focusing on why we think corporates would love booking on this portal. So here's an idea at the summary, the idea in summary again. And hopefully that kind of sets out just an overview, high-level overview of what to expect from the portal. At this stage, if there's any questions, please feel free to reply to the channel in which this was sent to, either by email or a Facebook group or on Messenger. We'd be happy to answer any questions. We do plan to soft launch by the 1st of February, and we certainly hope that you will be part of that experience. Thank you very much.